Well, seeing as people are waiting, I might as well start. Good morning. Hello. Is there anyone out there? Yes, there is. Just nod. Hello, Damien. How you doing? Good to see you first in. I always used to try and be first in on Nick's chats about 5 years ago. And then it just got a bit too much, too many people. Now I just go in and say hello. Do let me know if you can hear me. Hello, Pete. I see you did get to a boot fair this weekend in a car park somewhere. Where was it? Me and Peter Ray were wondering. I used to go to a boot fair on a hard standing one down at it was in a Tesco's car park down the A22. But I don't know if it's there anymore. Tommy can hear me in America. Well, thanks, Tommy. Good to know the sound is good. Tommy, I need to talk to you about promoted listings. I've just been trying to jiggle my listings around using my quota of free listings that I get on my Medium store, which is like 1,500. And I thought, oh, yeah, I've been doing that and I've doubled my impressions. That's quite good. Just did a little 1% promotion on everything. And in actual fact, I've gone in and matched the recommended on stuff that's like 2 years old. It's just been wanting to get rid of. And it's increased my impressions by about 10 times. It's mind-blowing. So, yeah, I mean, that's the first part of the funneling in. If you're not getting sales after that, you've got to look at your price. So, yeah, I've been doing sales as well. And it's all been rather good. Yesterday was a very good day. But as usual, I kind of get nothing yet. I kind of get a feeling that eBay will build you up and then give you a non-sales day. Sometimes it shines a light on you, and other times you're in the dark. So, yeah, eBay shine a light on me. So we've got loads of people in, which is lovely. I'm trying to look over my mic. It's like here, just in front of the chat, which is like excellent. So, yeah, Peter Happy Chap 84, always regularly doing his hauls, even when he gets next to nothing. So, you know, if you want a little haul fix, Happy Chap 84. Rosie Marsden, good to see you. Pure Retro, who used to live in Sutton, down Benelwood Road, which is where my mum and dad had a masonette when they first got married down there. JJ, how you doing? Lincoln Seller, good morning to you, sir. Julie Pearson, hello, how you doing? Always give me lots of comments, and they're always very welcome. Sean Mix Shop, how you doing? What is a mix shop? I like it. It sounds like sweets to me. Yeah, a few minutes early. Yeah. So why not? Farnborough, that's the one. No, was that where I used to go? Is it the Tesco's car park? Let me know, Peter. Peter Happy Chap. Yeah, not having a bad. Well, it's only Monday. So far, so good. I've done my packaging today. It didn't have to go till tomorrow. I'm on 3-day dispatch, which gives me a little bit of flexibility. Look at me, I'm completely white. But someone bought a PSP and paid first class and said, oh, it's a present. Could you get it out as soon as? And I thought, well, let's just get the rest of them done. Why wait till tomorrow? So that's what I've done this morning, just package up everything. I got that little lot. I got a steering wheel, like a PS4 steering wheel, which I bought for a tenner and sold for 60. Put it on, listed it. Bam, 10 minutes gone. Wonderful. Of course, you think, could I have got more? But, you know, the solds weren't more than that. Right, Kiwi Girl, Ali, how you doing? Good evening from down under. I reckon it must be, well, I don't know what the time is there. That was rather Australian rather than New Zealand. Of course, I can't do a New Zealand accent. And I used to be able to tell the difference between a Sydney and a Melbourne. Melbourne? I can't even say the word accent, but of course I can't anymore. Of course, I can tell the difference between a South London and a North London accent. Right. Oh my God, it's just skipped. That doesn't often happen. Promoted listings are the whole revenue business model that eBay is using for the foreseeable future. Yeah, this is very true. You use the stuff that eBay want you to use. So you're right. They can show it. They can get it shown. But if the price is still wrong, you ain't going to get it sold. And getting it sold is the key. And I think I'm going to use them. I'm going to use sales when I can. Why wouldn't you? 10% off, 20% off for stuff that's been hanging around. Sending offers, maybe 30% if it's been hanging around for absolutely ages. And in those time periods, I'll have to remind myself of the time periods because I did all this years ago. I did promotions. I had regular things for sales. And I just sort of like switched tack and I've switched back on, you know. And there is no right or wrong way. You just try lots of things. I think it was Tea Cakes who said, you know, I think I did a video that said, I'm trying this. And she said, I just try absolutely bloody everything. And I thought, well, yeah, fair enough. Why not? So I'll do sales. And if my sales end and then I can't do a sale, I will then probably muck about with my listings. I will just do everything I can. Hello, Kieran. How you doing? Rummage around. Boys and girls, it's Kieran in the house. Rummage around. How you doing? Skilty, who I noticed Zahir Malik was making the error of calling you Skillet the other day. I did want to say something, but I didn't. I held back. Hi, Leanne. I'll list something in a minute. Monkey Thrifter, thrifting those monkeys. You've got a cuppa and a biscuit. I'm trying to drink 6 of these a day. This is my first one. I only had 2 yesterday. The sun just has popped out. And Care Bears. Care Bears is a nice pickup. Original ones are best. Pinehurst Car Park. ER. Peter, happy chap, has let it slip where his secret boot fair is. Farnborough. Pinehurst Car Park. In the middle of a roundabout. Well, hopefully I won't need to go there. Although I'm trying a few different things at the moment on the sourcing side because I'm got a little bit worried about sourcing at the moment. Damien said, hello, Theo. Who's Theo? I've got no idea. It's probably someone in there. Soul Steps. How are we doing? I'll just. What have you said? My first month going full time. All is well. Well, good on you. Keep at it. Keep the consistency going. Pete, if it's packed, get it out today. Procrastination should always be put off till tomorrow. Yeah. Why do today what you could do tomorrow? Kind of thing. E&J Vintage. It's 10 p.m. in New Zealand. And I think we better get going with some listing. My prices aren't wrong. Everyone else is too cheap. Yeah, you can tell yourself that. I don't use promoted listings, waste of time. Yeah, everyone's got a different opinion. You do what's good for you. Mandy Moo, how are you? God, Tommy's coming in with all the facts and figures. Shelley, how you doing? Why are you worried about sourcing, Peter? That's a good question. Well, I'm worried about sourcing because the areas, the places I used to source like 2 years ago, I mean, the obvious one is charity shops. And I've talked about charity shops before, and everyone seems to be talking about charity shops now. And I remember saying 2 years ago, it's getting a bit crap, and it's happening in London. And I've got a feeling it's going to spread to the rest of the country. And I think it's spreading to the rest of the country. So, that me going to a charity shop, an area for charity shops, spending like 100 quid, 200 quid, 100, 150 quid, and doing that, once, twice a week, that doesn't happen anymore. In actual fact, the charity shops don't even have anything in. because, you know, whereas you used to see like board games, and they might be highly priced, it might be a fiver, you don't even see them anymore because they're being snuffled off, and they're only leaving the bad stuff in the shop. Anyway, Antiques Arena, Edward did a huge video on charity shops, and yeah, it's very good. And the boot fair, well, no jumble sales for obvious reasons, and boot fairs, less of the stuff. So, you know, you just think of solutions to this, and I'm doing a few. I'm trying to few new things out. So there we go. It's got to be done if you want to carry on doing this reselling. You know, if can't just sit there on your bum and do nothing. Hello, Richard Henry. Skill T equals Theo. Skill is the T stand for Theo then. Oh, Rummage Around sold a 1983 Care Bear for 120. Oh my God, that's huge. I've had some original ones. Sold for 120, I know that. Blimey. I know Andrea was sort of into her Care Bears and her My Little Pony. Andrea Hills, you might have heard of her. Your charity shops look like our antique shops. Yeah, well, they are going that way. I'm never going to start listing. I'm just reading the chat. It's quite nice. It's forecast rain all week. I bought a coat for £8 Nike from the Chaz. I got it home and the hood was torn inside. Yeah, I bought a game in the charity shop and I said all the bits there. And she said, yeah. So I bought it, but then I opened it up in the charity shop. I said, I'll just check. I went through. I said, there's no instructions. And I thought she might go, oh, well, you know, quid off or something. And she just stood there going, oh, well. And then she said, you probably get them online. I'm like, that's not the point. Customer service. Yeah, and I thought I could ask for a refund there and then, but I didn't. But I'm not going in there. Waste of time. Pop in if I'm in the area. Like I'm dropping off that post, I'll pop in, but there won't be anything in there. My Chaz's are jammed full of Le Creuset and Orvis. Oh, I've got a bit of Orvis. Always reminds me of Hovis for some reason. Well, I'm coming down your neck of the woods, Shell. Then I'm going to be like Dick Turpin and steal all the Le Creuset. Prices are sky high. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It's yeah. The point is, I'm not worried about that. It's they're charging me more. There's two things that concern me: is the charity shop makes less money for the charity, but of course the model's totally different. They're paying staff, they're paying management. It's not your kind of grannies running it like it was 20 years ago for nothing. And the other concern is people who actually need to go in and get a bargain. Edward was showing a tea set which was like 40 quid and you can get it for 20 quid on eBay. But, you know, if someone actually needs a single mother needs a tea set, I'm not too sure why that would be, but, you know, everyone needs a cup of tea. You want to go in and pay £5 for it. And he had some very good ideas, actually. If you're on benefits and you can prove it, then you should get the cheaper prices. Yeah, all very good. Oh yeah, brilliant. Do check out. It's an hour long, but it's very thought provoking. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, a lot more competition. Yeah, it does feel like that, and you've just got to adapt to the competition. Cinema Music went to a boot fair last week and needed to buy a compass to find my van. It was massive. Yeah, I do that. We have one near us, and sometimes they have two fields open for parking. And last time they had two fields open, I went to the first field and I was running around going, "It's been stolen. The car's been nicked." And it was just in the other field. Jag Parts is saying that Brum Seller rocks. Well, he does rock. Yeah, I can't argue with that. I do love the Brum reseller. And Damien's done brilliantly. So perhaps I'll go around Damien's and Shell's patch and just snuffle everything from there. The charity shops always miss something. Oh, yeah, I know, but it's a time versus reward equation, isn't it? I mean, I do know my stuff, so I would go in there and know what I'm looking for. I'm kind of refreshing myself on some old sort of expertise I used to be into, just to sort of widen my knowledge a bit more. Hello, Kez. How you doing? Good to see you. Hello. I'll buy a shell of coffee. Well, maybe if I'm over there. Yeah, you can't get any bargain. Well, I think it definitely depends on your area, but it's getting more and more usual that charity shops. I mean, I'm just kind of used to it now, so it's nothing new to me. You know, I do think it's a real. I used to go down. You used to come back with like 4 bags of all sorts of stuff. Spend 150 quid or more, and now it's nothing. Oh, Cinema Music loves the Brum. The last one I saw him do was Ricky Gervais, so I have to catch up on him. But yeah. So Damien I've scrapped over £1,000 worth of stock from charity shops. Is that scrapped or scraped? If you've bought £1,000 worth of stock and then scrapped it, that doesn't sound very good. But I think you mean scraped. I think you mean got. Right, let's get on. What shall I do first? I've got some nice stuff actually. I've got this, which is a Sony Video Walkman, part of a haul. Unfortunately, it's going to be sold as for parts. It turns on and then turns off very quickly, which probably means just the capacitors need changing. And I did think about doing that myself, but I'm not going to. I'm going to just make my money on it and then, let someone else do it. So let's have a look at that. I've got some other weird bits and bobs. This was in the thumbnail. And it's some sort of like massager, possibly a heat massager. I gave it a bit on my arm today because my arm is knackered. It's been like it for about 6 months. The tendons have gone in it, and it's not got any better. And it was well nice, apart from on the actual like bit where the tendon joins the bone. That hurt when I did that. So there we go. Oh, Damien's coming in with all his bolos. Yeah. Well, there you go. Right, let's have a look at this Video Walkman. So let's go straight to sold. So yeah, no boot fairs this weekend. I was up at 5 on Saturday thinking, are they going to do it? Are they going to do one? Nope. It's a GV8A. Yeah, sought after piece of kit, this one. 8A or 8E? 8E. Car booter's elbow, yeah, probably from dragging that trolley around. Yeah, it does look a bit like ET. What did I put in the thumbnail? I did put it in the thumbnail. Derek, you didn't look at my thumbnail. Right. Oh, not as much as I thought. £60 part. I thought it was going to be a couple of £100 part only, to be honest. Oh, not very much at all. That surprises me. Let's have a look at the research tab. It takes 8mm videotape, skill T, so very desirable for those 8mm guys. Yeah, I made the mistake with this elbow probably about 6 months ago. It was feeling tight, and I went like that, and it went click, and I thought, well, that feels good, and I did it a few times, and it just totally knackered it. Hello, flip it, ship it. Hi, Mr. Vinegar Jar. Yeah, it took me ages to work out how to change this thing, because I think I have my name in there. I'm thinking of shortening the name of the channel and putting resells in, but I probably won't. I always say these things and never do them. Like I was going to do an intro, make the whole channel look really professional, but I didn't do that either. Just the usual kind of content. Right, research tab. Oh, I don't want to put it on for 60, but then again, so one sold for 137. That's probably working. One sold for 92. Well, I think I'm going to try for. I mean, I've got the charger. I'm going to try for 100. Open, never used in a case. That is a hell of a good price. Free post as well. I'm going to try for 100. JJ is protesting the name change idea. Okay. Yeah, the thing with the Vinegar Jar, well, there's a couple of bad things about it. It doesn't mention anything about reselling. But the good thing is that no one else has got a name like it. Although Mr. Skits has, I suppose, got quite a strange name. Hello to you. How you doing? So I'm trying for a price which I don't think I'm going to get, but I don't want to sell it that much cheaper. But the price will come down. So we're on week 20 of the year. I really was hoping it might be about 200. But wishful thinking. I'm going to put it on for 100. I think it will probably sell for about 60%, probably 60 quid. That's going to be a medium parcel. Just save that draft. Vinegar Jar reselling keeps your old name and the extra for branding. And do you know, all I was thinking of doing, the old elbow, is calling it Vinny Jar. So it sounds like a bit of a name, but yeah, I might call it Vinegar Jar reselling. See you later, Peter. Enjoy your day working. Right. So that for 100 quid, so that's not too bad. I was also talking to Lee, who is not on YouTube. He's on, what's it called? Instagram. The Retro Pursuit with underscores. The _ retro _ pursuit. Yeah, good reseller. Likes his, all his retro gaming and sort of stuff like that. So if you're on the Insta, check him out. And he kind of like got me thinking about promotions again and trying that out. But he was saying he lists, he tries to list like a certain amount of money per day. I know Nick does that. I normally try and do a minimum of items, although I try and get him, do probably a minimum of 100. Yeah. People will think your name is Vinny. Yeah, that was kind of the idea, but I don't want to get mixed up with Mr. G UK reseller. It's like a fake Rachel's name isn't Rachel. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not kind of like, that's quite appealing. Right, got a boombox. Well, not quite a boombox. It's Kitty Croft set player. This was the one where the guy who sold it to me hilariously tried to charge me more because he's seen me on YouTube. Oh dear. And that happened again. Another seller happened he was trying to sell me a PS2 controller. And he said, I know you're for £2. And he said, I know you're going to make loads of money. I've seen your videos. And I just put it down and I said, I can't be asked. Or something like that. I suppose it's funny. Right. Okay. Well, as one that's been sold on offers, it was up for 30. They're saying it's got a new belt. I mean, who puts a new belt in one of them? I've tested it. It does work. Is it him, Malakin? He is. Morning, Saul. How you doing? I was watching Z the other day on his live. Oh, I like the new time, actually, because he used to come on right when I was having my dinner. And now the 6 o'clock slot, yeah, I can just get it in just before I eat, which is very good. Loving it. And I think it's a great idea for you, Z, as well, and Bex, to get it done. Stream ends, go home, switch off from work. I think that's a very good idea. I'll dress up as Vinnie Jones and batter anyone who doesn't subscribe. I've given up on subscriptions, Derek. I was really trying to push for 2,500, and then I just lost the will to live. So yeah, do some good branding. Yeah, you do the $1 per day as well, Tommy. Yeah, it does make sense, I guess. Yeah, but any kind of consistency is good. So that's what I try and do. And this is what worries me about the sourcing, really, because if you think, okay, say I want to do sales-wise, I want to do a minimum of £100 of sales a day. I'd really like to push to 200 if I could. If you think, okay, I've got to source that, and if you're sourcing, ideally, I'd like to source like 5 times a week minimum. But if it gets reduced to 2 times a week and you think I've got to get that value of sale of stock out of it, not easy. Not easy at all. The electric paint video. You know what? Z, your video made me buy this. Yeah. Remote controls, if they don't work. Although, I've got to say, this stuff, we put it on, it always remains a little bit sticky. I mean, do you have to absolutely leave it for ages? Is it a thin layer? And it is quite, it's the consistency of, well, paint, I guess, because it's electronic paint. But yeah. No, I'm not eating today. No, I am hungry, actually, but I try not to because there was someone who watches who doesn't like me eating. I've only got water as well. Right, let's get number 2 listed. The half an hour gone. I'm being very sort of chatty today, which is unlike me, really. I'm normally a miserable git. But yeah, we're chatting today. Let's go 20 quid on this. Probably take 15 on it. I was saying yesterday to Tom, English Picker, and Peter A, I've always enjoyed Z's channel. I mean, it's old news, isn't it? But it's just there are some channels that get on my nerves. My own one being like top of the list. And it's probably more of a kind of comment on my frame of mind rather than what the channels are actually doing, if you know what I mean. If I watch someone and I'm like, Christ on a bike, that's annoying. It's probably down to my situation. But Z has always just absolutely told it like it is, and all of that kind of like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just trying it kind of thing. I just think it's brilliant. That's how I kind of approach it as well. Nobody knows what they're doing. I tried being miserable once, didn't like it, so I don't do it anymore. No, yeah, I don't try and be. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's a difficult one, isn't it? Right, what am I doing for this? I remember getting like really when I used to work. I got totally like stressed about work, and then things can happen that just totally get things in perspective, and you know, certain things aren't important really. Right, there's a tape in here. I wonder what it is. It's the very best of children's BBC theme tunes. Have I still got a battery in there? I have. Oh my god. We can play it. Although I'll probably get done for copyright. I can't remember. It's not working now. I was at the end of the tape. I'll just turn it over. Hang on. Bear with me. Darren Smart. La, 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 la. Hello, Darren. How you doing? Great to see you in. As another, Darren doesn't do he doesn't do YouTube anymore, I don't think. But another person I used to watch all the time. I remember when you started, Darren, getting all your plushes. Oh, but yeah. Hi, Smart. They leave people wanting more. Zian Beck leave people wanting more. That's very true. Do you think it's deliberate, Tommy? Right, 20 quid on that. Shall I include the I'll include the tape. I don't want a BBC tape. I mean, one to listen to. So yeah, I'm going to try a few new things on the sourcing front and see how they go. Maybe drive to a few new areas, but I've done that before. I remember I did that last year. Like I started driving down to like deepest Surrey, because I'm on the kind of like London. I'm near Croydon basically, which is kind of like Surrey, Londonish. So I went down to, posh Surrey, and I used to work in Reigate, so I went down there and didn't get anything. It was all too pricey. This is a couple of years ago. Right, what else we got? Let's have a look at this thing then. God, hit my nose. Well, I was speaking of the _retro_ pursuit, and here he is. It's Lee. How you doing, Lee? Yeah, I was just saying how you said you did a certain amount of listings a day in terms of money value, and that's what Nick Hills does as well. And that's quite a good idea, really. I don't do it myself, but I kind of have it in the back of my mind. So yeah. So let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this thing. I mean, I quite like this thing. I think it is not really designed for your arm, although it's very nice on there. Yeah, you turn it on and it's it buzzes, and then there's this other setting, and this comes on. Although it didn't seem to get warm, but it was lit up, so it looked quite nice. But I've no idea how much that is going to go for. Or what it's called, Medisana Massager, I guess. Massager. Let's have a look. I really need to do that bloody Google image thing, but I can't get it on my phone because I've got an old phone. Everyone always says, why don't you just do Google whatever it's called? Yeah, it does look like ET, doesn't it? Or Wall-E, or Number 5 is Alive. But yeah. Well, there's one a bit like it. $69.99 new. How much used? I can't find a used one. There's a hand massager. I'm going to filter this for used. There's just loads of these things. This might be a little new niche. Used. Hasn't got like a model number. Oh, here we go. Medisana D407 D-40724. No, I didn't know. Ah, there's one. On bids, £15. Intensive massager plus infrared light. Oh, that's what the light is. So it'll show up all my security markings. £15. Well, I only paid £1 for it, so I can't complain. Someone's trying to sell one pre-owned in box for 100 or 110. A Medisana intensive massage. They've spelled massage wrong. They've put an S instead of an A. A massage with manual. Well then, that changes things. I mean, who needs the box? You've got to be looking at, someone's trying to get 100 pre-owned. Someone's trying to get 110 pre-owned. I think you've got to go in at $79.99. That's what I reckon. Right, I've been missing the chat. Nothing like a massage after a long flight through space. Phone home. Google Lens, that's it. I always forget the name of it. Yeah, Kathy, it's a Medisana. Lee, good to hear. Nick is the godfather of reselling. He's doing it. Yeah. I think it was Tea Cakes who did a comment who just says try everything. So yeah, I mean, there's no right or wrong way, and it's so true. I mean, I've been going on about maximizing your shop potential and all that sort of thing, but why not change it around and try something else? And when after chatting with you, I thought, let's give promotions a go. I've done it before. Let's just give it another try. And when I saw the impressions, that number of impressions increased by 10 times. That's the first part of the puzzle, isn't it? And then if you're still struggling for sales after that, you've got to look at price, you've got to look at quality of your listing. So anyway, $79.99, that's all right. If it sells, stick it at a high price, because then I can use it on my arm and my back in the meantime. That's going to be a medium parcel. Get rid of with box amount. I've nicked. What's the ITM? I've nicked their title. Medisana Intensive Massage plus Infrared Light ITM. I don't quite know what that is. Intensive massage, maybe. What does ITM mean? I think it might just be the model. Yeah, model ITM. There we go. Not just a hat rack. Right, and I'll stick the number in there later. Normally with this List 5 Live, it's just a case of me doing research and drafting stuff up. So there we go. Those broken electronics are not the way to go, Peter. Well, the video Walkman. Well, that was part of a huge haul, which I've done very well on. And if I can get 60 quid on that, that's absolutely huge ROI. So I think it depends what it is. Although I did get some DVD players the other day, and 3 of them didn't work. Has Z got trouble with his teeth again? Yeah, keep on the Pop-Tarts. Yeah, definitely. Are you doing the Alan Partridge thing where you put it in the toaster and then you eat it and you go, it's hotter than the sun? I hope so. Oh, anyway, this is not electronics, which is nice. This is. I haven't tested it. Maybe I should test it. This cost £1. Can you believe that? I mean, the wheels go around. I've not sold a skateboard in a while. Urban Beach skateboard. I'm guessing around 25. I think I'll spell skateboard this morning. I'll tell you something nice happened. I sold a Man U kit the other week. And it was a full kit. It was Paul Pogba on the back. I think it sold for about 20 quid. And I packed it up and sent it off. I sent the wrong pair of socks with it because I've got another one, which is a kind of 30th anniversary or 25th anniversary of their treble win. Anyway, so I gone and sent the treble win socks off with this Paul Pogba kit. And I was like, oh, crap. You know, that whole thing of... So they've got the right shirt, got the right shorts, got the wrong socks. And I think they were totally different size as well. So I messaged him and said, you know, I've effed up here. Made a bit of a bollocks on it. And but I'll send you the socks. So, you know, got the Paul Pogba socks, they were grey, you know, so totally different. Put them like that and very carefully sent them off, large letter. Okay, that's cost me an extra £1, but there you go. And I said, is there any chance you could send back the old ones? And he said, yeah, of course I will. And I thought, he's never going to do it, you know. I mean, he was from London, so I thought he's never going to do it. He lived right near Canary Wharf, like right in the city. I thought he's not going to have the time to, you know, worry about sending these back. Anyway, or if he does, he's going to want the money off me. Little, you know, do I know? You know, what do I know? He does send them back. He sent them back small parcel. He hasn't asked for the money. But yeah, but maybe I should, I don't know, maybe I should send him the money actually. But it means that I can relist this kit. And it was on for 32 quid. It wasn't selling, but yeah. But yeah, it's amazing. You're surprised someone will pay 20 quid for a cleaning rag. I know Darren is a big Liverpool fan, and it was a little bit crazy yesterday. Alisson Becker goal in the 94th minute, last minute of injury time. I'm more concerned with Sutton United at the moment, who are top of the National League. 2 games to go. They got a 4-point lead. Torquay and Sutton both play the bottom team, which is Barnet. But Sutton are playing Hartlepool on, I think it could be Saturday. If they win, they get promoted to League 2, proper footballing stuff. Absolutely incredible. Jeff is a United supporter. Yeah, City are doing very well. I've got a feeling, though, that Champions League, I mean, Chelsea, I was so glad Leicester won. That was brilliant. What a goal. But I just think Chelsea are kind of like spoilers for a lot of things. And I can just see them winning the Champions League. So there we go. Cinema music, keep away from rubbish. Well, yeah, I'll try my best. Basically, I try and source stuff that sells. You know, one man's rubbish is another man's gold, I guess. Okay, not huge amounts. There's one for 26 quid. It's quite a nice looking one. Yeah, I thought about 25, 26. Might stick around for a bit. There was someone that would have brand new. It'd go for 300 quid. And of course, I don't know my skateboards. So I'm just kind of, sticking it up there and seeing if it sells. So let's try $24.99. Yeah, the round ball game. Yeah. I'll tell you what. What do you put? I like to look at some of my old listings. I've got skateboard, urban beach. What else do you put in your title? 4 wheels, tested and working. I mean, I've got 57 characters left. What the hell am I going to say about a skateboard? Any suggestions, please do stick them in the chat. Let's have a look at some old ones. Skateboard, urban beach. Skateboard, urban beach. Skateboard, urban beach. Street carved 20. I don't know what that means. There's not a lot to say about an urban beach skateboard apart from skateboard, urban beach. Skating sports. Okay, nice one, Derek. Derek, have you got a little keywords? Great graphics. Thank you very much. Yeah, these are all great suggestions. I know you try and, I try and think, what would someone be putting in who is trying to look for this item? Yeah. Street graphics. Great street graphics. Skating sports. Right, lovely. That'll do. $24.99. £5 postage on that. Zahir would know. He's down with Dayuf. Yeah, you're quite right. Sell the skateboard with the old Bobby Charlton socks. That's a nice kit, actually. The that Man U. It's got like a black badge, and yeah, it did have a lot of interest. Actually, I should have the listing. I seem to pick up a lot of Man U kits. I think it's like, I think what it is like loads of people from like Surrey or London have bought these kits when they were doing well for their kids or something, and now they're doing not so well. They're just probably like going, "Oh, Christ, can't support them anymore. We're going to support, like, I don't know, well, even Chelsea or Arsenal were not good options. But they're going to support someone else. They're going to support Sutton United." Right, unsold ended listing. Let's have a look. Is it here? Can I find the listing? No, I think I've gone and deleted it, which is a bit stupid. Is it still in my current? Let's have a look. Manchester. Oh, I've deleted it somehow. Now, with any luck, I can go into my shop and find it on my completed. That'd be good. Yeah, eBay sales though. Yeah, I had like a 250 day yesterday, which is very nice. But like I say, nothing today. Right, bear with me. I'm just trying to have a look at my own completed listings and stick in Manchester. The rest of the day, I'm taking that lot to the post office. Just generally tidying up, get a few things listed. I'm having a bit of a reorg, and I'm also, like I said, I'm going to try a few things, new things for sourcing. So I've got to work on that. No, I think I'm going to have to relist the whole thing, which is a bit of a pain in the bum. Right. Lee is in and Lee is out. He's back to the grind. Is Heather in? She is. Hello, Heather. How you doing? Always good to see you. Learning are the key. Yeah, learning. You're always learning, aren't you? It's very true. United kids in the school uniform in Surrey. Yeah, you could be right. Okay. More broken electronics. Well, it's not broken electronics. It's actually working electronics. It's a very nice 8mm camcorder in bag with charger, and I think it's got a tape in there as well, which I will be checking. I was checking a tape the other day. Candid shots. Had to clear it down, stuck it up. I stick them against a white wall, press record for like an hour and a half. Right, it's a Canon. I do love a Canon. They used to be based in Wallington and then moved to I used to work for them. And then moved to Reigate, and then they just moved again. I don't know if they moved out of the UK. I know their European headquarters was Amsterdam, because we used to do quite a few trips there, which are very nice. Going to Amstelveen, I should say. That's where it was. Okay, so this bit of electronics cost me £15, and I'm going to put it on for. Well, one is sold for 110, but that's just the camera unit. I've got the charger and I've got a bag. Let's get the old research tab open. Hello, Chris Tyler. How you doing? Where are we? Research. What is the biggest price I can get for it? 122. Almost everyone sold them without accessories. Let's have a look at this one. 120 quid. Boxed. Oh, it's one of these bloody, professional sellers. You have a question, message us. You can, it's a shop. Oh, they do have the charger. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll try. I'll just match his price. 120. What's that seller's name? Smart with Media. I thought it was Darren Smart there for a minute. Smart with Media. What's the model number? UC 8000. I'm going to try for 120. I think it might be optimistic. If it goes for over 100, that'd be good. And the title is just full of capital letters. Why do people do this? So everyone, let me know how your week's been. Whether you've been able to source, or whether you're trying new stuff on reselling. That's always good to hear what other people are doing, unless you find something you don't want anyone else to know about, which is fine. If you're doing that, just say, I'm trying something that I don't want anyone else to know about. And then you can create an air of mystery around yourself. Right, small electrical. 119.99. Yeah, I mean, it was funny. I bought this. I just picked up another one, which has sold for parts or is selling for parts. and I paid £8 for it. It was a Sony. It was a nice one, video 8mm again. But I could see it was knackered. It was beat up. Anyway, I paid £8 for that, and then I went to the guy who was selling this, and I said, "How much?" And he said £40, and I was like, "Oof." And I kind of just told him that I've just bought one for £8, and then he did it for 15. So it's a hell of a discount, really, on the original price he was trying to get. I don't think he was too happy, but there's a lot of kind of unreasonable expectation for sellers at boot fairs, I think, because they're it's the old thing of they're looking stuff up on eBay and think they can get an eBay price without the eBay. I said to someone the other day, they said, "Oh, on eBay you can get it for that," and I said, "Yeah, but if I buy it on eBay, it doesn't work. I can send it back. I'm buying this in a field, so it's slightly different." £100 for the Canon, yeah, I think so. Flip it, ship it. I think you're quite right. 120 for starters, just to see if I can get it, because it's it's not one of those dusty kits that have been aloft for ages. It is all here, and all looking very nice. Look at that. Brand spanking new bag. Peter Ray's into his bag. If you're lucky, you could probably sell the bag for like £15. For me, I've tried selling bags on their own. I don't tend to go, but there we go. I'll tell you what else I'm doing this week. I've got a whole load of Isle of Wight tomatoes. No, these are not Isle of Wight tomatoes. These are Walkmans, but they all need a bit of TLC. But I was looking at this Panasonic, and I've got two of them. Oh, this is an NX60V, and this is an NX10. And they don't work, but the belts need changing. And I have got a whole batch of belts that I do use on ones, but I think I might order the proper belts for these, because if I get them working, they'd sell for about £90, or this 60V would. The other problem with these is to change the belts, you actually have to desolder the circuit board in quite a few places. So I've got a whole load of, this is just full of Walkmans. I've got a Sony there, and they all need attention. So I'm going to make a start on doing that. Because, with that video Walkman, the thought of changing the capacitors on that and finding out I think if I open that up, I wouldn't know what capacitor. This is probably like about 40 different capacitors in there. That looks nice, doesn't it? I don't think it's actually worth a lot of money. But look at that. I love it. I love the look of that. I've got another one of those in red. So that's why I'm selling that for parts. But something like this where it's just belts. Doing a bit of desoldering and soldering on that. Hopefully shouldn't be too hard. But yeah, it'd be nice to get all that sorted. And I'm going to stick, I bought those DVD players. Like I say, I could have kicked myself really, but you've got to take the chance, and it's just like the ups and downs of reselling. Hello, Flobber. Good to see you. And Mark Carrick. Yeah, it's very late. Had a £5 pickup. Yeah, watch later. No worries. Anyway, I was just about to leave. It was last. When would it have been? I think it would have been last Wednesday. I was at the Rose Hill Boot Fair, and I've got a few nice bits and bobs. And I was just about to leave, and I saw a bloke just unloading loads of his DVD, HDD drives, and he had a whole stack of them. And I looked at them, and I picked out three Sonys and 2 Panasonics, and he wanted a tenner each, and there was no discount. And that seems to be the kind of set price for that sort of thing, and definitely for combis. But I think I might stick to the combis actually, because the Sonys worked, but I had to buy a remote control to set them up. Both the Panasonics, one had a hard disk drive error, one just wasn't powering up, so it's probably the power board that needs changing. So it was a bit like gutted with that, because it was the last thing I saw at a boot fair, and I was just thought, Christ, I could have just, if I hadn't have seen it and just come home, you know, I wouldn't have. Now, I don't think I've wasted 50 quid, because, I mean, I've put the 3 Sonys on, and they've gone on for, I think, 30 quid each. They definitely sell for like 20, 25. So, CP, another load of electronics, you're making the whole thing hard work. Well, maybe I am. But, you know, is it ever easy work would be my question. You'd probably make it easier for yourself. But if you've got any suggestions of how to make it easier, then yeah, I'm all ears. Yeah, I mean, you have times when it is easy. I mean, you know, I bought something for a £5, and then I've sold it for 200, and I've not had to test it. But the trouble is that doesn't happen all the time. There is not a guarantee that I go to my local boot fair and can go to the stall where you pick up things for a £5 and then flip it for 10 times that. And I don't mind the electronics, to be honest. When it works, it's brilliant. And when it doesn't, it's a pain in the arse. But that's like anything, isn't it? You know, you could say that with clothes. You could, you know, get some really nice clothes or trainers and get home and notice a little, you know, mark on it or a hole that you've missed. Just by not making it harder makes it okay. So if I hadn't, okay, so this is very, very good discussion. But okay, so I've bought those DVD players. I will sell the 2 that don't work for 10 quid. I will sell the 3 that did work for, let's say, 25 each. So I'm talking, I'll get 25 profit maybe out of them, or 20 quid profit. So I'm looking to double my money on those anyway, at least. And it's not particularly hard work. You know, I've tested it and done it. I mean, I'm never not going to pick up, if I saw a DVD VCR combi, you would obviously pick it up. Let me know what you pick up, rather than, you know, say what not to do. Say what you do. But anyway, like I say, there's no right or wrong way of doing this. So yeah, kind of, I always try not to say do it like this or do it like that. Everyone has their own way of doing it. Yeah, the margins are solid. You're definitely right. As long as you, the way I look at it is, if it doesn't work, if I can get my money back, that's fine. Because I would say, I was unlucky there, but, you know, 80% of them you will flip, and you will flip for a return on investment of probably 500 to 1,000%. So, you know, whatever floats your boat. I'd buy it all day long. You get that, yeah. As long as you can get it back in spares. Like I say, if there was a stall at the boot fair that had a big sign that says you can buy stuff here for a £5 and sell it on eBay for 50 quid, then, you know, obviously I'd do that. But there's never any guarantee. Anyway, we've gone 4 minutes over. Hope you all have a brilliant Monday, and don't get too many broken electronics. It's always nice to get the good stuff. Do you ever equate your time in money? That's a good question. I don't, Tommy. I'm. What I do is I make sure that I am making a minimum amount of money, and also have a maximum amount of time that I put in. So I'm not, I have times when definite times when I work, and if I found that I wasn't earning enough from this, well, I am. So I mean that's a good thing. It does work. So I've been doing it for 5 years. So it's I probably could do it better, but who's the perfect reseller? Who actually knows? Anyone who tells you they know what they're doing is an idiot, basically, because there's always a different way of doing things. Anyway, that's all for now, guys. Have a great Monday. Take care. Oh, hello, Chris, by the way. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Take it easy.